Alrighty then, Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 827, The Underdogs. And there's Dog, almost under the covers. Underdog, I used to watch it when I was growing up. It played from 64 to 1967, so I guess I'm showing my age with that. Up, up, and away, that's what he would say, and he'd go off to save the world. All right, Underdogs, indie authors. Never has the playing field been so level as it is now. Pay to play? Maybe, but not really. I would say pay to stay. But to find traction initially takes a great book and it takes a twist, something a little different that nobody else is doing. And that's the Underdog's game. Think about how indies started. Probably it's 2007 is when the Kindle came about. 2011 was the real indie revolution where indies started publishing because they could. Amazon made it possible and made it easy. So yeah, people got stuff up there that wasn't optimal, but nowadays, I don't think you can tell the difference between an indie title and a big five title. They all look comparable, and when you start reading them, they read comparably. So well done to those who are trying to make a go of this thing called writing. No time like the present to get into it because you can. So Underdogs, all we got to do is get a big book out there, a good book, and get it in the right people's hands and start that buzz. Think about TikTok. Which big names were on TikTok? Was John Grisham, Michael Conley, was J.D. Robb? Were any of those people on TikTok when it first started? No, it was Underdogs. People saying, hey, here's a cool story about a psycho killer. Here's a cool story about this, that, the other thing. People being excited about what they've written and got traction. Book talk was one of the biggest elements of TikTok. And no, I don't do TikTok. That's not me. But newcomers dominated. Newcomers made fortunes quickly and moved forward. They now have a huge platform and a great career going as an author. Underdogs. Write a great book, put it in the right reader's hands. And how you do that takes the ingenuity of newcomers, underdogs, those who don't have $100 million advertising budget like the big five might throw at their biggest authors, not all authors, but the biggest ones, the ones you see on the front tables when you walk into Barnes & Noble, the ones you see as headliners when you go on Amazon, the ones you see in the emails from Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Apple, that come out and say, hey, look at this month's featured releases. And they're all trad. They're all trad titles. Every once in a while, you see an indie title in there, but they kind of snuck it in. Underdogs, right? We have access to the same, and we have, I would think, even better support. Because I have trad titles, but that's back and forth between the author and the publisher. That's not between their peers. A little bit of competition. Also, they like keeping those peers stovepiped so nobody knows what they're making. But finally, people came out and said, hey, here's what I've gotten on my my advances and things like that, which I'm sure did not stand them in good stead with their publishers. But as indies, we could talk about that all day long. Here's what we're doing on this. Here's what we're doing. Here's what I spent. Here's what I'm making. Here's where my ranks. Here's my sales. All of that. And here's what I'm doing. And we can share and help each other. More support for authors in the underdog community. And I'd say we're not underdogs. If you look at the best-selling books, they're from all over the place. Look at me, nobody. I've sold over 1 million books. My God, it's crazy. A lot of books out there and a lot of readers. So no matter what you think about today's society, the readers are out there and they're looking for more stuff that they like. They're looking for better stuff. They're looking for different stuff. And that's what we do because we can dive into those niches in a hurry way faster than that behemoth known as traditional publishing. So the underdogs dominate. Now is the time. Peace, fellow humans.